going to have a lot of changes internally that are going to take place, okay? Promise you. It's not real that you're going to go out and get a lot of girls, okay? If you're not already getting them. Because you've spent a lot of years accumulating bad habits and wrong ideas that have gotten you to where you are, wherever it is where you are right now. It's not going to be in 3 days where everything changes. However, in 3 days you will see things that will blow your mind completely, and you're going to have a lot of internal changes. There's people here that have been to my other boot camps that can attest for that, and they know what's happening, okay? So that will take place for sure. A lot of the power in these boot camps is that when you're gone, as the days go forward, shit will make even more sense because it's so intense in the beginning. You're just going to get hit with so much truth right now. It's going to be like, whoa, right? But as the days go by, oh shit, it just seeps in more and more and more. Okay? It's important that everybody takes responsibility for your experience of this boot camp, which means whatever questions you have, concerns and things like that, bring them up. It's interactive, okay? And that's about it. So, let me go over the first thing I want to talk to you about today. If you have any more questions, just throw your hands up and I'll jot it down, okay? If I say something, a question comes up. First thing, let's understand, okay? Is that you have been lied to severely for a long time about women. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, okay? Someone has been lying to you and someone's been lying to me. Most likely, it was a parent, a teacher, a best friend, a religious teacher, a religion, a TV show, Hollywood, or all of it put together, pieces of it. So then we have a concept of what we think a woman is and how we should respond to her, but it's completely incorrect, right? Completely incorrect. Now, let me give you an analogy. If you've been to a person's house who has a dog, okay? And you walked into the door and the dog was like, wah, 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 came up, was like jumping on you, it's okay, he's friendly, or she's friendly. Or maybe they were like grabbing the dog and throwing him outside and the dog was like trying to claw through the door and shit. And you're like, oh, you're trying to keep it cool. And then you went to somebody else's house and it was the same shit. And somebody else's house and it was the same shit. And everywhere you went, you were like, well, that's what dogs do. Dogs are these crazy little machines that creation made that bite, shit, pee, and smell and lick people. With completely out of control, okay? And then suddenly you ended up at someone's house. And there was a dog there. And in fact, it was a different breed. It was a breed that was thought of as bad or dangerous. Okay, what's the first breed that comes to mind when I say that? Let's get some ideas. What do you get?
Pitbull.
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 Pitbull. Pit.
German Shepherd.
German Shepherd.
Bulldog.
Bulldog.
Pitbull.
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 German Shepherd.
German Shepherd.
Pitbull.
Pitbull.
Yeah, there's like 21 breeds that are pretty much the same as Pitbull, so yes.
Pitbull.
Doberman.
Doberman, you said? Uh-huh.
Pitbull.
And then you end up at someone's house and there was a pit bull there. First reaction, oh shit. Because what you've seen so far is you're expecting that fucking dog to be but that bite is going to be a little bit more intense, okay? And you go, oh shit. But then something changes. The dog doesn't even acknowledge or sits back, doesn't bark, doesn't come around. You're like, oh, what kind of dog is that? It's a pit bull. Oh. But it's going against your conception of what it is. Long story short, changes your or doesn't fit your expectations of what a pit bull would be. And after a while you get the courage to ask the person, you go, how's your dog so nice, friendly, well behaved? And the person says, well, it's the way that I train my dog. Say, oh, so you're a dog trainer. Yeah, but more than that, I'm a dog psychologist. I understand how a dog works. And everywhere else you went, those people with the crazy dogs didn't understand the nature, the primal nature of that animal. They treated the animal like a child or another human being. And so the dog started to go crazy. And the dog was behaving in response to people treating it like a child. But my dog, the person says, knows that he or she is a dog and is being treated as a dog. And the nature of the beast is being fulfilled, the requirements. And so we have this relationship, and you're like, wow, that sounds really fucking deep. And you go, how come nobody else is doing it? And the person says, well, the knowledge is out there. Why people aren't doing it, I don't know, but I'm doing it. He said, well, can you do that with any dog? I said, yeah, absolutely, I can do that with any dog. Okay, sprinkles. Sprinkles, okay, let's go. Sprinkles, let's go. Down. Trip, huh? Okay. So that's the demonstration. This is not a robot. This is an actual animal. It's a pit bull. It was rescued from the pound, and it had all these warnings around it that said, you know, experienced owner, be careful around children, no, not around other dogs, blah, 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 right? I've had her for, this will be the 5th month. What you just saw right now should be a little bit surprising or amazing unless you know who I am and go, yeah, he's a fucking god. Yeah, that's why, okay? But this is the demonstration of what I just told you. This dog, I understand its instincts, I understand who she is, and I treat her a certain way. So our relationship, she responds very differently. Look at that, right? There's all these people. She didn't run around barking. You didn't even know she was here. The door was open. She was in there until she got called, okay? Now, when we had the picture up, awaken your primal instinct, her and I cannot communicate as a child. My baby, baby, oh, come sit on my lap, come on my bed. She's a dog, but that's why she's balanced. That's why she's calm. You should know something else about her. She's a protection dog. That means if something went down right now, she would be the first one to defend us. Okay, so as calm as she is, and she can be around children and cats and squirrels and whatever the fuck it is. Okay? At the same time, she'd be ready to go attack a guy with a knife or a gun in his hand. Crazy. Okay? In order to create that, you'd have to understand the nature of the beast. Okay? Good. So now let's see if she understands this. Okay, in the room. That's it. Break. Break. Get up. Let's go. That's enough for you. Come on. In the room. Good girl. There you go. Okay. It's fucking sick. Wait till you see her in a couple of years, what she can do. That's a demonstration, because now if you enter the world of women, I can tell you that it doesn't matter that all your life you've been watching a bunch of chumps walk around and treat women incorrectly, so the woman was acting like a fucking psychotic bitch. Just like a psychotic dog acts. And then suddenly you enter somebody else's life, which is mine. And then you see 9s and 10s. And the reason 9s and 10s, and I asked you what breed, you said pit bull, few German shepherds, Doberman, bulldog, right? Those are the breeds that came out. Because the 9 and 10 is that pit bull. There's an image of it. However, she's still first a female. And that is still a dog. First. It's an animal, a dog. I'm not treating her as a pit bull first. I'm treating her as a dog first. The same way I would treat a chihuahua and her would be very similar. First the animal, then the breed later, okay? So first the 9 and the 10, first she's a female. And there's instinct, there's things about her, and she's been being treated incorrectly. So she is a psychotic most of the time when you run into her. And if you've known guys who were dating those kind of girls, even they weren't correct. Just like you may have been to someone's house who had a pit bull or a German shepherd, and possibly it was a little calmer than the other people's, but I guarantee this interaction wasn't happening. And you haven't even seen her do what she can do. This is what happens when you have the correct knowledge and the correct technique and you apply it correctly. Okay? Seductive instinct is the correct knowledge and technique to 9s and 10s. If you apply it correctly, you're going to get results that nobody else around you is going to get. I guarantee. Okay? I can count them on one hand and 3 fingers. His name is Mystery. He's the guy who created the whole fucking thing. Mystery. You know Mystery from VH1. Matador is the guy that Mystery helped, and he's also on VH1 Pickup Artist. Discovery, these are their names in the game, right, is a guy who teaches for them. Love Drop, another guy teaches for them. Those 4, and Love Drop, I don't even know personally. I know the other 3. Those 3 definitely that I know are creating results like that, using what I'm going to teach you, okay? And then myself. So this is a different world, and it's an old martial arts teaching that you got to kind of get rid of whatever the fuck you think you knew, if you're going to learn, okay? It's got to be a fresh, clean slate, empty your cup, is the old saying they would say, okay? Now what happens is, because I'm into dog training, as you can see, you have these different schools of belief. Some people think you should never correct a dog. It should all be positive. All positive praise. Some have this clicker training. Every time the dog's something new, feed it. Feed it, right? But none of them can get results like this. It's incorrect. They get better than the average, and this is what happens when you do other pickup schools, or you come from, and I'm telling you this, other people have done other boot camps and studied other shit. That knowledge could actually prevent you. Because if somebody wanted to have that kind of interaction with a dog, and they were like, well, I can't correct it, I correct my dog. Because in nature, that's how it works. That's why she can come here and not bother anybody. Because she knows the leader already knows everybody. She just needs to do what I told her. Here, and now go back there. See that? So this knowledge is applicable, it's powerful, and it works, okay? And that's the demonstration, so you could kind of have something to compare to. You see the power of something that works is unbelievable, okay? And remember, the 9s and 10s you're going to come across tonight, unless they're my girls. I don't know if there'll be any other 9s and 10s in the club, honestly, other than that. But in your weekend or wherever you go, they're going to act crazy in the beginning. And just like if I walk into someone's house and the dog is crazy, I can't expect to get that result right away. I have to first establish that I understand your nature and I get what's happening. At that moment, I got to become alpha wolf right away. The dog is going to go through a transition phase of like, and they have personalities. They talk shit. My dog has a whole personality. You know, she's very smart, but she's different, right? But I've been around enough dogs not to know. But the female is going to go through a transition, like, well, excuse me? The first time you throw an egg, okay, I assume you know the mystery method. If you don't, you're going to have to brush up real fast, okay? Because I'm going to throw, that's the base of all the pickup that we do. When you first throw your egg, she's going to go, right? She came up and she was jumping on you and licking you up. And the dog goes, and tries again. And you go, and the dog's like, what the fuck? Now, the dog checks to see if you're congruent. Starts checking you out, I'm telling you. This motherfucker for real or what? Maybe he just got balls for a second. I'm gonna try again. Boom. Okay. Submissive. Okay? The girl's gonna do that too. She's gonna shit test you. She's gonna look at you and be like, let me see his clothes, his hair, his body language, his smells, the people around him. Boom, shit test, and you pass it, do it right, she goes, whoa. Then, when you do it right, she becomes a girl, just like the dog. My dog's a girl, the dog wants to be like that. She's balanced, she's not crazy. And a female that's nurtured correctly will want to be submissive to you, please you, allow you to have your life, to go after your goals, to go after your purposes, to give her rules and boundaries in her life. She's gonna want that, believe it, okay? She really will. But first you have to establish who you are, and she has to check it and make sure it's true and it's pure, okay? Now something very interesting in the dog world, if my dog sees me handle other dogs, her respect goes up for me. It's something that happens in lion training and stuff like that too. They check each other. That motherfucker's listening to him. Respect goes up. That's like pre-selection in the human world. She sees other women listening to you, giving you compliance. She's more likely to go, oh yeah, I'm gonna open that door now, okay? I have neighbors, so they think we do porn here. They do, they really do. But I handled them. I handled the manager. I wrote a letter of complaint. And then I just actually saw him 2-3 hours ago coming out of the bathroom. Now he kisses my hands. Oh, how's everything? Thank you for what, dude? I'm just taking a shit. Let's go. Can I fucking go? Can I go to my office without you fucking licking my ass? Asshole. He's not an asshole. He just came at me like, your neighbors want to know what you do. What do you mean, my neighbors? What do they think I do? Oh, they see a lot of beautiful girls walking in. I said, would you rather see fucking hot guys walking in? I said, would it make you feel better if there was like a lot of handsome men walking in here? He said, no, I don't. I said, well, I do porn. Yeah, porn. I said, tell them, any of those fucks that want to know, tell them to come up and they can do porn with me. No. And then he laughed and I wrote a fucking letter of complaint telling them, you know, that they're, I don't know, my friend wrote it for me, so. Okay. So you've been lied to and incorrectly indoctrinated, okay? Just in the analogy, people think that when you see a dog, you're supposed to go, oh, hi, put your hand out, you. Wrong. Don't do that to her. She'll go, no fuck's wrong with that human. I swear, you're not supposed to do that. There's a way to greet them, okay? That's not it. But almost everybody does it, and this is the beautiful part. Almost everybody says it to me as they do it. I walk her every day, and they go, oh, this is how I'm supposed to. I'm like, no, try it, see what happens. I know she's not gonna bite them. And she goes, and I say, okay, now just don't do that, do this, and then she relaxes around them, okay? But it's this incorrect datum that's thrown in the society. Okay, so now let's start, and just start hacking away at this bullshit for a little bit. This shit will get so fucking metaphysical on you before the weekend's over that you'll just be sit there and like, oh my god, I'm in a meditation retreat, shit. You're not, okay? You're just hearing truth. And truth has a way of cutting through the lies. First one, okay? Here's the first lie. Girls like nice guys. No, they don't, okay? Hot girls, 9s and 10s, do not like nice guys, okay? I'll tell you why. Because a nice guy signifies weakness. He's saying to her, I'm weak. Okay, we'll get into all of that later. Just make notes and you could ask me. But just get this straight. Shit I'm gonna tell you may sound like, no way. You know? And the same thing. You're not gonna believe it until you see results like the dog. And you're gonna see my life and go, what the fuck? Well, these are the rules that I use. Girls don't like nice guys, okay? Maybe a fat chick does. No. I thought it was one of my neighbors. I was like, oops. Maybe a fat nasty chick who likes a nice guy because no one's ever nice to her. But a 9 and 10 who walks around and everyone is nice to her, saturated with niceness, doesn't like it. It's weakness to her. To her, it signals that you just want to have sex with her, and the only thing you can offer her is just be polite and fucking be nice. Who gives a shit, okay? Girls don't like nice guys. All right, secondly. Girls don't like assholes. What? No, they don't like assholes, okay? That's a mistake. That's a mistake that other teachers teach. You know, they don't like assholes. They like guys who are firm and know who they are and don't let girls walk all over them. There's a difference. Okay? I am not an asshole at all in any means. I'm a nice guy, but I'm not the nice guy. I won't let anybody walk over me. Okay? All over me. It just won't happen. So they don't like a nice guy. They don't like an asshole. If you had to choose, be more of an asshole. Okay? If you just had no way of calibrating it, you got nice guy, asshole, at the two different ranges, right? Go more towards the asshole and then pull back when you need to, okay? Don't go towards a nice guy so much because right away attraction is lost. You can always be an asshole and she'll go, I hate him. He's so fucking, why is that guy coming? He's a douchebag. And then you start showing, you know, your sensitivity a little bit and she's like, oh, he's not that bad. Okay, but if you do the other way, and right away she's like, oh, he'd make a great friend. Good luck trying to create the fucking attraction after that, right? It's just like, what the fuck? Hey, now I got a tattoo. Now I got a piercing. I've been working out. Do you want to go get a car with me? She's like, dude, why? Why are you doing all that? People like you for you. They don't. You didn't like me for me, bitch. Why would anybody else like me for me? Nice guys, no. Assholes, no. Girls don't like to go on dates, okay? It's got anxiety behind it. It's weird. It's uncomfortable. They don't want to know that you fucking, you know, we think, oh, he planned this whole beautiful thing and it's all fucking romantic and all that shit. Okay? Later. Not when you first meet her. Like, you don't even know the chick and you're going to spend all this fucking time and she is not giving you anything but her phone number and maybe a little bit of her time. You have no clue who that fucking bitch is at all. Yet, you've gone through all the troubles of this and that and wanting and so why? She's like, what do you like about me? Just my fucking pussy? Jesus Christ. That equals you just want this pussy. It's whatever. Plus, it's awkward. It's awkward. Okay? It's not cool. Myth number 3, big one. Girls don't like players. Girls don't like guys that are fucking getting other girls. Really? Oh, I don't know who sold you that one, but it's probably a player who sold you that one so that you wouldn't compete anymore. Or it was some fucking chick you married or something. That's not true. That is not even slightly true. That's one of the biggest lies in the goddamn entire universe. That's like walking around and saying, I don't know, some just the weirdest shit. Okay? No, it's like saying water is piss. Water is water. It's totally different. Okay? Girls are attracted to men that have a lot of girls. I don't care what they say. Your girl, whoever that is, whoever you're fucking with or dating or like, has an attraction for guys that get girls. Now look, I'm teaching you the primal instinct. That's what I'm interested in. Not the conscious fucking was taught this in school and was told, no, honey, he's no good for you. You know how many girls he's been with? And she's going, oh, mom, don't say that. You know that I want to be with him so bad. And she goes, honey, that's not good. You want a guy that's just, here, how about fucking Johnny right here? How about Johnny right here? Johnny's fucking going to school and Johnny's like, hi, ma'am, is your daughter home? She's like, oh, fuck, I hate him. Right? And then she hears outside the motorcycle, ah! Fucking guy throws a rock in her window. Right? And on the rock he's carved sex. Mom comes in, what happened? Nothing, Mom, nothing. Hiding the fucking rock in her butt. What happened? I don't know. One gets her attraction switch is like flying, and the other one she's just like, ah. Now, that second, that guy can grow on her. I've seen it. I've seen guys end up, I've talked to girls that said that. He was after me for like 2-3 years. I finally gave in. Now they're together, right? Okay. Fine. But I'm telling you, he is not in a secure relationship, if there is ever such a thing in the world, by the way, but it's very insecure relationship. She could be snatched like this, boom, done. Okay? He grew on her like a fucking piece of mold or a fucking wart or some shit. You know what I mean? He just grew on her like disease. It sucks. It sucks. Okay? Do you want to say that about your fucking girl? Right? Do you want to say that about your girl? Like, you want to talk to your boys and be like, yeah, well, she grew on me. Yeah, at first her fat, nasty, disgusting fucking breath and all that shit was, but after a while, just like, she's not that bad. And then after a while, I was so lonely, like, whoa, dude, that's gross. Nobody even, hey man, why are you around us? Go somewhere else, dude. Go in the toilet and tell the story. Don't say it here. This is just a men's club here. This is fucking, it's the same thing. Okay, so what was that? Oh yeah, girls don't like guys that are, dating other girls and blah, 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 blah. Pfft, stupid shit. Okay, that's just some stupid shit. Those are the basic fucking 4 that I work with, besides everything else that I see as I look at it. Do you have any ideas, any conceptions that you've had? Any ideas? Throw them out. This is the interactive shit. What do you think girls like that's not working for you? I'm interested in that. Huh? Anything? Anything that you're just like, God, it's so weird. They always told me blah, blah, blah. I don't seem to be able to work when I do that. Huh? Is there any ideas out there? No? Yeah.
Girls got hurt when you just like sleep with them. When they know you just want to sleep with them.
They get hurt when they know you just want to sleep with them?
Yeah.
Okay, good. If you have a girlfriend or a wife, or you've ever had one, okay, there's going to come a point with her, guaranteed, where she's going to want you to just fucking fuck her and sleep with her. And I'll tell you what I mean. If she finds out that you love her so much and you make love to her, but you want to fuck the shit out of some other girl because she's so sexy, that's when she's going to get hurt. She's going to be like, no, but I wanted you to fuck me. Blah, blah, blah. You want to go? Okay, so, go ahead. Well, if I stop talking, it gets really awkward, so I'm just talking right now, so you could just have a little more space to walk. Da, 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 da. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, you work tomorrow then?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay, well, if you want to come to Sprinkles training, call me beforehand. It's at 2 to 4.
Well, yeah,
Oh, you work in
yeah.
date. Okay, bye.
Bye.
So, girls get hurt if they know you just want to fuck them. No. However, for seduction, to get there, you can't just keep communicating, I just want to fuck you, if you met her. You got to take her to the point where she knows you'll be around, you're someone for life, because she's about to give her replication to you, and her DNA is thinking she might have a baby for 9 months. You don't just want to bang her and leave. She needs to know you're gonna bang her and you might be around. So now I'm gonna open my legs for you, she's saying, right? But how do you make it right? Both are true. This is how you do it in seduction, okay? You allow her to know, and you let her see that you have a future with her, that you have emotions for her, that all that stuff. All of that, plus you just want to fuck the shit out of her. There's something about her that is so fucking sexy that sometimes you just want to fuck her with nothing else. God damn it, baby, I don't know what it is about you, but sometimes when you walk by, I lose everything. I don't care whether I love you or not, and you're so fucking sexy, I just want to do you. Okay? Both those feed now the nature of the female. Okay? The primal instinct of the female is both. One, she needs to know she could compete with other hot women. Okay? She needs to know that other hot women, you look at her, you see that too. So that's that, oh, I'm gonna fuck you. She also needs to know in her nature that you're gonna be around if she's gonna spread her legs. So when you feed both, you get that powerful effect. Okay? You make love to her and you fuck her. And you can even do it simultaneously in the same time with the way you speak as you have sex, okay? We'll get into that later in seduction. Good, anything else? Any other false datums that are thrown out there? Dating, yes? Yes? You have something? No?
No.
You thought about it? No, but nothing. Okay, good. All right, so things will come up throughout the weekend. We'll talk about it, start looking at it, okay?
So what's the fine line between being a player and having many women around you? So how do you communicate that?
What do you mean?
You said like girls don't like players, right?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I said we're told they don't like players. They love players. They love players. People have been in this room, guys have been in this room, and I've had women in this room, and we've talked to them, and they have said, I remember one of the words was, I love men who are whores. What did they say?
Man whores.
Man whores. And everybody was like, "Rrr."
Yep.
She was sitting right there. She was hot. And I just remember their heads turning like, did that bitch just say that right now? Right? No, they like it. Now, I want to define something for you because I grew up, and in high school there was like the player, you know what I mean? Player. And then you listen to fucking rap songs, I'm a player. Okay, dude, let me just tell you something, okay? No. There's only so much I'm gonna say about this, but just understand this, that a true player is like a ninja, okay? Would a fucking ninja go out there and be like, I am a fucking ninja? You know? You just by virtue of saying that are not a ninja anymore, right? You're like the shadow fucking assassin. You were gonna fucking walk around and advertise it, ninja for sale, you know? Ninja school of the arts. No, it's a secret tradition. How can you fucking call yourself a ninja? Dumb fuck, right? So, a player, right, could be called a player by people. However, when you talk to the women that know that person, okay, there's a very slight difference here. They know that that person is with people, but they themselves, that girl, is not getting played in her mind. And that's her connection to a player. Get that? This is good for you. The difference is, in her connection, deep connection with you, she knows you, your life, and everything that's going on, but there is a difference between you and her and everybody else. She is not getting played. All the other bitches might be getting played. Do you get that difference? Ah, good. He just got it. So that's that thing, that's that deep connection you have to have if you're going to be a bona fide player. You have so many fucking women, blah, blah, blah. They're not getting played. They know everybody else is getting played, and they're okay with that shit. Right? Yeah. So great, okay? And again, you know, I grew up thinking I knew players, but I didn't. Okay? I met the first player when I went out with Mystery and Matador. I saw in my eyes. Whoa, that was it. It's a different world, man. It was like seeing that dog thing. And then I knew I'm gonna be able to do that. That's it. That was the most important thing that I ever seen in my fucking life that night. You know, I was successful with women before I got into game. I had beautiful women in my life, but nothing, not even close to what's possible, okay? And I had no concept. Nothing around me was doing it. Then I saw it. From today forth, every time you guys see a dog, you're gonna remember this. I guarantee it. Especially if you're ever around me more, you say, what the fuck? Why is that dude's dog so fucked up? If you have a dog, you're gonna go home. You're like, shit. And you're gonna try some shit, and it's not gonna work. Which is what happens when people learn game. They throw out a few openers and nag and try to keynote. It doesn't work. They go, fuck, it's not for me. Or he had something special, possibly, but the techniques are the techniques. Okay. Okay, good. What else? Anything else? Huh? Any other things out there? Okay. Let's bang out these questions. Get them out of the way. Here we go. How to escalate if she's only in town for a couple of days. If she's only in town for a couple of days, her genetics are kicking in differently. Okay? Her genetics are on your favor if she's in town for a couple of days. She has a relationship at home or whatever. She's ready to look out and find a better mate. In fact, genetically, she's ready to go and have a baby from the better mate. Go back, not tell that guy, and let that guy raise it. As evil as that sounds, do your research. Okay, read a few books on evolutionary psychology, and you'll see that how, more than that, I mean, those are books. Anybody can write a fucking book, right? Harry Potter is a book too, but just observe. Just observe it for yourself. If she's out of town, it's in your favor. You have to be very alpha if she's out of town. She's got only a few days. She has no time to pussyfoot around some fucking weak sperm sitting around, right? She is not giving a replication value to some dude whose sperm is worth less than whatever's at home available. But if something in the new environment, she goes from one tribe to a new tribe, and nobody from the old tribe is there, so they can't judge her. See that? This is what Vegas and shit does for them vacations. No one can judge her. The bitch goes to Europe and fucks like 5 guys. Total slut, comes back. Doesn't tell anybody, but tells me. Fuck. Okay? What the hell happened to you? No one to judge her, no moral codes or whatever. Her genetics really kick in. She goes out every night fucking somebody, but that person is gonna have something that for her is not available back home. More power than what's back at home, okay? So it's all in your favor. You just have to switch you just have to switch it and know, okay, this is my advantage. It's not like, what do I do? This is like, yeah, here we go. I got somebody in town for a couple of days. I need to move. I need to make some moves now. Okay, look, she's in there for a couple of... Okay, you're in town for a couple of days. What are you going to do, waste your time with some dumb bitch? No. The one who gives you more. This doesn't mean, again, it's still basics of game. You still nag, you still DH. You just demonstrate your value high and fast, and then you escalate faster if she starts giving you the response, okay? So everything's working in your favor when it comes to sex, which is, I'm sure, what we're interested in.
I had one on that.
Yeah.
When she, will some denial about, okay.
100%. In fact, that's what I know about every girl, what you just said. That's one of my rules, one of my stable datums. I don't care what she thinks she knows. You see? I know what her nature is because I've studied her nature. See, I am a student of this art, so I studied the nature of the woman. I study the nature of the canine, so I can do things with it that people can't. It's just knowledge, you see? Knowledge. Anything outside, whenever we look at luck, a guy's lucky, it just means that it's knowledge that's not available to people, that's kind of being hit on, right? It's not luck once you get it, right? So, yeah, 100% of the time, I assume she has no idea what the hell is happening with her. She could, I don't care, doesn't, whatever. I mean, you don't even know. I talk to so many girls that are hot. They tell me one thing, it's just like, whatever, dude, it's stupid. If I want to take my time and teach them, I do. I say, no, that's not what you want, come on. Are you serious? You really think you want that? I say, you really fucking think you want that? Okay, hold on. And I give them the opposite scenario. And they're like, well, yeah, but I say, no. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. She doesn't know.
Actually, a question in that line.
Yeah.
You know, occasionally you will meet some of these girls who are just so like fixated on what they've been taught, all this
Yes.
bullshit.
I love those.
Example. Oh gosh, you know, I'm Christian. Oh, you're not a Christian? You haven't been baptized?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, you know, I can only date Christians. Or, oh gosh, my family's Jewish. I only date Jewish guys. So the question, 2 questions.
Yeah.
First is, would you even bother? You know, because they're obviously kind of messed up. They're not receptive to something new.
Mm-hmm.
The second question is, even if you were to, let's say, pursue, what would you do?
Good. Great question. Okay, I'm going to come back to that one because that's going to take us into a very powerful, deep inner game issue. Okay? Perfect. Okay, those are the kind of questions I was expecting in the beginning, but if they come up like that, good. Okay, next, how to escalate quickly if you're only meeting them for a couple of hours. Now you're talking about high level of kino. Okay? Kino escalation. So tomorrow night, instead of me right now doing it in the air, when a few of the girls are here, okay, whose question was that?
Oh.
Okay, both of you had the same question? Great.
Yeah. Because next week I'm going to Vegas.
Okay. Well, whatever. You guys both could have the same question.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, ask it when the girls get here, and I'll demonstrate on them a bunch of kino moves. All this is the answer. Here's the answer. Here's the theory, verbal answer without the demonstration. Is you have to have very good kino escalation techniques. Okay, you have to be able to touch their body fast in so many different ways, get them comfortable with your touch, and it all has that plausible deniability behind it, and you can get away, and in 2 hours, you'll be able to get away with, I mean, easily, man. I mean, you kiss a girl in 5 minutes if you do it right. It's even less in minutes, or sometimes seconds. But, right, but the answer, the technique, is kino escalation. Good kino escalation. If you have bad kino escalation, 2 hours is like, whoa, fucking eternity, how do I ever touch her? I mean, there's no way, blah, blah, blah. 2 hours could be the other way. 2 hours could be an eternity of time to touch someone if you have kino escalation. 2 hours, 120 fucking minutes. Every minute, how many goddamn chances do you get to touch someone? Too much. You'll be done after 30 minutes. Like, I don't want to touch this bitch anymore. Like, why? Because it's fun. Like, I touched everywhere. And touch somebody else. You touch somebody else. So tomorrow, okay. She says one thing but doesn't know what she wants. What do you mean by that?
You already, actually, you just covered that like maybe 2 minutes ago.
Okay, and I'm gonna go over it even more and deeper. Okay, what she says, she wants something. She wants something else. Okay. How not to look desperate and creepy. Okay, great. I'll go over that right now.
Actually, here's another one.
Yeah.
Could you also elaborate on, the discussion we had about a player being a ninja, So the question is, how do you do so and still make every single girl feel like you have a solid connection?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah, good. Good. This will now give us enough fodder, food, to go to the end of tonight. I can go on these, each one for an hour. Okay, let's take them as they come. She said she wants something. Hold on, look at the actual wording of it. She says she wants one thing but doesn't know what she wants. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's understand the woman, okay, from a primal genetic perspective. We're gonna, for the moment, we're gonna take consciousness out of it, whatever you believe in. Okay, we're gonna assume that consciousness is an exterior force to the actual genetics, like a robot, okay? To me, the genetic machine, the body is a genetic machine. It has its program, okay? It runs off a certain program. You push the right buttons, it goes brrr. You push the wrong ones, it goes brrr. Okay? That's the one we work with. Consciously, when she comes in, then you can handle it where her consciousness will help that program. She'll make sense out of it. She'll go, that's why I really like him, because he blah, blah, blah. That's her making sense out of her feelings. Okay? We go for powerful attraction. There's a sequence of attraction. We go for that powerful emotional impact that hits her. Example, the girl walks in right now. She's in her underwear and bra, and she's a Playboy model, current Playboy model. Okay? And we all have an image of what that would look like. Put your favorite color underwear and bra on her, and she's just in underwear and bra, and she walks in. All of us get that emotional boom, fuck. She walks right up to you, sits on your lap, and I'm gonna lecture with her bare ass with her underwear sitting on your lap, looking, right? Her not even being here, if you're imagining it, body's already starting to pick up. If we had little monitors attached to us, our little more, right? That wasn't a logical thing, that just hit. Whatever created man and woman, whoever, whatever you believe in, created the same thing in her. There's a guy that walks in and she looks and goes, boom. Heart rate, okay? For her, it's not so much physical. Sure, some. But a lot of it is not physical, okay? It's mental. It's different. That's where the DHVs come in. So, I deal with certain ones. The basic 5 that mystery gives, the most important one is called pre-selection. Okay, so check this out. Yes.
I always wonder why women go crazy for famous people.
Okay, it's value. We'll go over that.
Like they just want them so bad.
Yeah. It's very easy, but we'll go over that after, okay?
Right.
Oh! Okay.
Saw that in slow-mo.
Okay.
It's the last one.
I don't know if we can get it out of the carpet.
Just like
So-
this one.
So just let it be. Nice.
Close up.
If this is okay. My phone can't get fucked up. Okay. Thanks. Pre-selection. Okay. I don't care if she says she likes it or if she doesn't like it. If she knows that you have women around you that find you hot and attractive and are giving the replication value to you, she will feel it. Now check this out. She might say, you know, I don't like blah blah. I want to know a guy. There's a song, the only girl in the world, Rihanna song. You treat me like the only girl in the world. That basically saying I want to be the only girl in the world. Okay, you treat me like there's no other girl. Really? Bullshit. Bullshit. Okay, that's not true. Who gives a shit? She could sing that out loud and be like, it's my anthem. No, it's not, bitch. No, it's not. Don't worry about that. Pre-selection, boom. Leader of men, she's not gonna argue with that one at all. Protector of love, she's not gonna argue with that one. You got healthy emotions, not gonna argue with that one. And healthy risk taker, she might argue with that one a little bit. Oh, don't go in there. You might break your nose if you fight. Yet her body's going, ooh, he's gonna fight. Oh my God, and then if you win, oh God, it turns her on so much. But she may logically say to you, no, okay, no. She may logically say to you, if you do this, you know, I'm going to be really upset and not, like she'll shit test you. This happens. If you're going to have a 9 and 10 in your life, she's going to try to control you. I'm telling you right now, okay? She's going to try to control you. And it's at that moment, if you allow her to control you, you lose attraction. Okay? And she'll be very disappointed in you. But if you stand firm, her attraction will go up. She might get in a fight with you. She might not talk to you for 3 days, 3 hours. I don't know. But watch, just sit back and be confident in your knowledge. Uh-huh, that's her. Here she comes, fucking begging back. Begging for some dick. Because now she knows it's some high value dick. It's no joke anymore. The other dude, she just fucking bitch slapped him. She's like, you know what? If you blah blah blah, I blah blah blah. And he was like, okay. Think about it. I mean, that's literally what it is. Right? Here's what's worse. He'll go, well, I'm gonna blah blah. And she goes, but if you, he goes, oh, I'm gonna. He's like, he's flexing, you know what I mean? He's like being a man about the whole damn thing. And then after all that, he goes, fine. And she will probably go like internally, huh? Fuck. You dickhead, you had me. Alright, oh God, I love you so much. Let's go on a fucking cruise together and shit. Oh my God, I love you. Attraction just went, why? She controlled him. Does she want to have a fucking baby with that? Seriously? Does she want her baby, if it's going to be a male species, or a male gender, to walk around and be bullied by every fucking girl? If a fucking girl can tell him what to do, he's never going to stand up to a fucking man, that's for sure. Think about it. She didn't even have any force. She was just like, well, I'm going to take my pussy away. And he was like, honey, but don't you understand? I can't get pussy anywhere else. And she's like, yeah, this is some prime shit right here. Remember how I was working that shit on you? Huh? Remember I was saying, yeah, daddy, you like it like this? Please don't do that. Like, I just have to have your pussy. There's just nothing out there for me. Let's break it down on a genetic terms. That's what's happening. That's what her body's being told. Okay, let's take the opposite say. She goes, he goes, excuse me? Well, listen, first of all, don't talk like that. Second, if you think you can do better, go somewhere else. You can get dick, it's easy. Dick's everywhere. Huh? You can get low-grade dick anywhere you fucking go. You can walk down the street, you get dick. Okay? But you ain't getting this shit. You ain't getting this shit. Okay? You're fucking out of control. You can't even recognize high value man when you see it. You, no. I want my child to know. I don't want my child fucking walking around ordering fucking men around and shit. No, you gotta know what the fuck's happening here. And she's like, I said, listen, dude, you know what? Get the fuck out. I'm not here to argue with you. What are you offering me? Your vagina? Your companionship? What else? What else? Okay, your vagina, your companionship, you're blowing me. That's great. You're cooking? Maybe. You know, today's world, no, right? I'm having a hard time really coming up with any more, like, where the girl... And the fact that the guy cannot find any of that anywhere else tells her, wow, you're that fucking pathetic? Because in reality, it's like, I find that anywhere, bitch. That's not what makes you special. What makes you special is, boom, and this is where you come in with it. What makes you special is the fact that you can understand my value, and you're gonna stand by my side. You know a real man, whereas all these other bitches out there, they can't see a real man. They bought what society taught them. That's why they're fucking miserable messes when you go out there. You see them, all your fucking friends are fucking miserable. Now I can guarantee you something, we're gonna have ups and downs in life, but you're gonna be fulfilled more than all your friends, ever. And if we ever have a fucking kid together, that kid's gonna be strong. Nailed it, done. Okay? So the first thing is, you're gonna know you're not gonna walk all over me. I'm deciding what's good for us. Okay? Before you met me, I was still the fucking man. I didn't become the man because you're fucking vagina, bitch. The fuck out of here. Remember when you met me, I was the fucking man. Don't you forget it. Okay? And you know part of that is, I never let no bitch talk to me like this. I mean, you know, use whatever verbing you want to use, but you're getting the flow, the inner game of it. Now, she could go, well, fuck you. I hope you die. Shut the door. Goes out. Your best friend called you. Dude, she just called me. Did you answer the phone? Yeah, okay, bro. Go fuck yourself. Don't come around. Hang yourself while you're at it, because if I see you, I'll kill you. Well, what do you mean? No, bro. You're my best friend. Don't be picking up the goddamn phone when my fucking girlfriend calls like that. Okay? You don't. You don't. The only thing you do is you shoot her a text and you say, you just fucked up, didn't you? Don't text me. That's my friend. You fucked up. Don't even use my number until you're back with him. Now that's a friend, right? You got the other fucking friend who's been waiting to fuck your girl the whole goddamn time, right? Because she's hot if you're dealing with 9 or 10. Hey, bro, yeah. And then he hangs up and then he goes to her, yeah, I talked to him and, you know, you just, dude, what are you, a fucking counselor now? What the fuck? You got a counseling degree? The moment I broke up with my fucking girl, get the fuck out of here, right? So this is where you have to get sharp mentally. You watch the people around you, because in reality, your tribe, your group, she should reach out, and your group should just be like, boom. No. No. In fact, young lady, you know the girl I'm dating, she's never going to talk to you if you're not around. You don't have a friendship outside of our tribe. We survive. That's what we're about. Okay, so she may not know she's so attracted to survival, and this is where your heartbreak came in. Before, if you ever had a heartbreak with a girl, if your girl ever fucking left you, she did not leave you for a nicer guy. It didn't happen. If it did, we have to dive a little deeper into that nicer guy, and you realize he wasn't. In front of you, maybe he was. Hey man, how you doing? Oh, this guy is so great. You know when you AMOG somebody, if you don't know that term, when you get rid of a big guy, if you do it correctly, the guy thinks you're a great guy. He doesn't walk away and go, wow, what a dick, right? You may have been AMOG by your goddamn best friend or whatever. And you're like, I can't. But no, dude, that dude had his fucking eyes on her the whole goddamn time. There's no fucking mystery about this thing, right? It's survival. She is attracted to survival. You gotta know that. Anything that she says that's the opposite of that, you disregard. No. Now, in my life, I educate her. Because I can't be with a moron. I can't have that moronic behavior over and over. I can't have the same goddamn argument, you know, year after year, month after month. So if she starts saying bullshit, I gotta go, boom, first handle it, so she gets, listen, this, no. And then if she comes around again after that handling, and she's like, I'm sorry, and you know what, I just love being with you, and I don't know, but it's hard for me. Then at that moment when she's giving you the correct response, now you take your time. Now you reward that, and you say, look, let me explain something to you that you've never been told before. Because if what you've been told is probably this, this, and this, it's not right. How do I know? Because I spent my life researching this shit. I've read more books than you probably have read in school about this thing. So I'm going to tell you what I've discovered. This is what women like. Not just you, every woman. The hotter she is, the more she likes that. Yes or no? What? Yes or no? I know it's difficult and all that, but that's why you like going to movies that the girl's heart's always broken too. That's a chick flick. You don't go to the goddamn movie where you get the guy every time in the goddamn movie in the beginning. That's not the movie they like. They like seeing that guy, the bad boy, the guy she can't get. He goes and he fucking does some weird wild shit. She says, and the girl's next to you crying like, you know, it's so sad, you know. Yeah. But it's feeding her. It's feeding her energy. She's just like, it's something speaking to her fucking soul. Just like she can't understand why maybe you and I would want to watch a fucking Marvel superheroes movie or some shit. That's stupid. No, it's not stupid, bitch. Look at, he can fly. And she's like, what? That's fake. People can't teleport and fly. No, dude, shut up. Look. And what? It's feeding something in us. But what's it feeding in us? Just the thing that we like. Such a high level of survival. We're going, man, if I could fucking teleport right now, all the money in the world, that fucker I didn't like, I'd teleport him top of the fucking bridge and drop his ass. Nobody could, I would be free. Power. Mm-hmm. It's survival. If I could be like Hulk and break through shit and no bullets could hurt me, right? So it's feeding our soul, like, and she's not getting it. And she's just like, I don't like that. I'm falling asleep every fucking movie I go to with my girlfriend, right? I'm like, come. It's like the best. This is what you're gonna find out about me. Look what it's like. Right? But then me, on the other hand, I will refuse to go to any chick flicks. I just won't. It's just like, it's horrible. I can't stand it. Right? It's terrible to me. But that's the clue. What feeds her soul is not the movie where the guy walks up and gives her everything and all that. It's the movie that the guy does that and she doesn't like him. And then she likes the other guy in school who doesn't like her, unavailable because he's either a fucking vampire like Edward Cullen in Twilight, right? If you're familiar with the Twilight series, there's the vampire and there's the werewolf, and she loves the vampire, but he can't have her, or they can't have each other, and the goddamn werewolf is all on her nuts. He'll do anything for her. Keeps coming back, and she's just like, whatever, Jacob. She'll even tell him, I love you, and then right when Edward runs up, watch the fucking movie. Start from 1, 2, go to 3, okay? And watch how she treats the werewolf and the vampire. The vampire's all fucking mysterious and shit, doesn't answer all her questions, looks at her, walks away, is not there when he's supposed to be there. She's waiting for him in class. The werewolf is just like right outside the door. Every time she's crying, he shows up, let's go on the bike for a ride. And she's like, oh, he's my hero, he's got a bike, it's raining, he's got such a nice body. And he's just like, yes, I got her. Yes, come here, Bella. He even kisses her. Then Edward comes up, she goes, I gotta go, Jacob. Why are you acting like that? She takes off every single time. And the girls love that movie. Like, ridiculously love that movie. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? And we don't. I kind of like it because I study it for shit like this. But we don't get it because it's a chick flick. It's not a vampire fucking movie. Where it's just like beasts and vampires in front. Whoa. She was like, no, that's too much. It's a love story, the way a girl likes it. But that tells the whole thing. The provider, the guy who she could have all the time, the guy who she can't have all the time. Be that second guy. Okay? Okay, now. So the short answer to that you could, the datum is, find out what naturally triggers attraction, go with that, forget whatever else she says. She has been conditioned. You could take any religion. Okay? No, that's not true. There's probably some old fucking tantric religions and shit that have the correct thing with this. But any current religion, and you could take the tenets they have about sex and marriage and shit like that, take those things and realize that shit has been bashed in her head ever since she was a kid. Even if she didn't go to church, even if she wasn't religious, it's in the world. It's in every fucking movie. It's on the news. Tiger Woods was caught cheating. The president got a blowjob. And the president of the United States got a blowjob, and that's a crime. That motherfucker should be getting blowjobs every fucking day, and not from some fat nasty bitch, from like Victoria's Secret's models all around the fucking White House. First rule in presidency, I take the office, bitches everywhere. I'm working hard. Imagine if a guy, and you know what they would be like? They'd be all over the news. Is this a good moral? And he'd come out and say, listen, motherfuckers, I didn't get to be president because I listened to your moral codes, you dumb fucks. I can do some shit. I'm about to turn shit around here. Okay? Leave my sexuality to me, you fucks. Do you think the old kings had to fucking apologize? Like, are you serious? You go fucking back in time and the king was like, can I just get a prostitute in here somewhere? He was just like, he'd ride through fucking town in his little chariot, see a chick, stop, I want her. Oh, no, come here, bitch. Look at what happened from that time, and that's not a myth. That's not a myth, that's actually what would happen. To present time, he secretly got a blowjob and then he fucking apologized, little bitch. Okay, well there you go, right? Well, is that setting a good example for? What about fucking bombing another country? What kind of example is that, you asshole? You're gonna fucking worry about kids running around shooting kids in the street? You goddamn shooting innocent fucking people in the other country every fucking day. Oh, let's not talk about that. It's about blowjobs. It's more important. Just in case you and I get happy about fucking going out and doing something. You know what I mean? So her upbringing has been all the opposite, and since I know that, I don't need to fucking pay attention to what she says. Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trigger those responses, and then suddenly, when it's up real high, she acts on it, she's gonna have to make sense why she did that. And the moment she wants to do that, I will give her many different reasons why she did that. We have a very deep connection. Anything. Okay, anything. She wants it. She needs a way out of her sin, which she knows is not a sin. Otherwise, she wouldn't have done it. You see, she's not gonna walk around and kill a fucking baby. Why? Because she knows it's a fucking sin. Okay? In her soul, in her gut, no matter how much fucking convincing you do, no matter if you fucking she's not gonna walk up and be like, I just killed a baby. What did I do? I sinned, I'm sorry. So when they do that other shit, where they willingly have sex with you or fucking cheat on their boyfriends or whatever, and then it's like, I don't know what yeah, you did, bitch. You wouldn't do some other weird shit. You did this one, because this one was okay with you. You just got caught. And you don't want to have a fucking bad reputation. You feel bad only because of what people say. Because there's a lot of shit you wouldn't do, no matter what anybody said. No matter how much fucking alcohol I put in you. You could be like on the verge of passing out, be like, kill the baby. I'll kill him, man. Pass out, sleep, throw up. When she has one goddamn drink in her, she has sex with you, later on it's like, I was so drunk, I don't know what happened. Are you kidding me? And you buy it? And you try to bitch, you wouldn't do anything you didn't want to do. Trust me. Okay? Trust me. At least that's what I know. So I don't need to buy that bullshit. I know that if her body kicks in, her mind is going to have to make sense out of what happened. And if you're a great pickup artist and a seduction artist, then you're going to provide a lot of avenues for her to reach towards. You might find that tantric yoga had a very open sexuality about it. And she might know that you practice tantric yoga. And then when she kicks in with this whole fucking fucked up thing, then you can tell her, hey, listen, what you and I just did was a ritualistic prayer almost. She just needs that. The next time she needs to pray, she's coming to you. Because it felt right. You get it? All right. What was your question? Because I made a note that wasn't your question, but it was in regards to your question.
Yeah, actually that was very much in line with what I was asking. It's about girls who are so fixated on the bullshit that have been fed since you're just like religion, for example. Good. I can only date guys who are baptized or like devout Christians.
Perfect.
Or I can only date a Jewish guy because my family's Jewish.
Perfect. Okay, so here's the note I made. Okay, and this is the first time I'm sharing this in any lecture or boot camp, okay? There's something in human nature, I don't know if other life forms have it or not, in human nature, that is very attracted to the forbidden. Okay? Just the word forbidden is sexy. Taboo. I have that tattooed here. Taboo means forbidden. So, the more her upbringing is, the more it's the pendulum swing, which I'm gonna fucking go over on Sunday. she's been so pushed this way that the goddamn pendulum was ready to just swing all the way the other way. She's dying for the opposite effect. All her life she's been forced into that box. I know this. I can't suddenly go, but I can hint at it. I can hint at my darker I didn't fucking get up and it dressed itself and painted its own nails and dyed. You'll see me tonight, it's gonna have a whole different. Tonight, you'll see. I'm gonna communicate a lot of taboo, dark, forbidden symbols on me. Okay? Straight up. Already on me, but the more. There's a secret level of attraction that people have to the forbidden. The more something was forbidden to them, the more they wanted. It's in their creation story. The forbidden apple, the forbidden fruit. And the bitch took a bite. Fucking God told her. The Almighty of Almighties came up to her. Listen, bitch, do whatever you want. Don't eat the fruit. Don't listen to the serpent. Fuck. I gotta eat the fruit. Listen to the serpent. It's like it's in that religion's story, and not the only one. Go through religion to religion to religion to religion and find that taboo, and some motherfucker did it. And notice where the girls acted in that fucking story. It's in our nature. The more I can't date because are you a Christian? Have you been circumcised? Blah, blah, blah. Okay? I can use it. I can get interested, depending. Oh, the question you said that was important. You said something about wanting to waste your time, or is it worth the time?
Basically, is it even worth pursuing?
Okay.
The second question is,
Good.
if it is, what would you do?
Okay, you can answer that because there's girls that I would never, like, okay, bitch, that's enough. You know what I mean? That's enough. Get the fuck out of here. If you guys came to eat with me when we were at that one place 2-3 weeks ago, I introduced you to a blonde girl, my good friend, kissed her cheek. She was my target. After that night, I cut her off. So and I had a communication, and it's like, no, not worth it. I don't care how hot you are. Not fucking worth this bullshit. I have too much shit I gotta do than to fucking convince your ass. So in her case, no. But there's other girls that I continuously game still. So that's for you to answer. But if you wanted to, how would you do it? Then you hint towards the forbidden. So now I'm gonna give you kind of a better example of it. You got two people who have similar ideals. She says, I'm just gonna use Christianity because that's what we're talking about, okay? I don't mean to sub anyone's religions or whatever, right? But she says, you know, oh, blah, 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 God. And I go, you know, I believe in a higher power. What do you believe in? She goes, well, I believe God created everything. I said, I definitely believe in the Creator. And then I give her a little piece. I believe that there's gotta be something that I go, she goes, yeah, well, that's God. And now her and I are in a great dialogue. Meanwhile, I can keynote her. I can even grab a fucking book and I say, well, do you have the Bible here? Let's go, I wanna read this. Come here, lay down. So when it says, well, what does that mean? This is game. What does this mean? I'm not hitting on her, but I don't hit on girls when I'm gaming them. Especially a high 9-10. No, this is a very interesting conversation. She needs to walk away, call you back and say, hey, you want to get together and Bible study again? Well, I don't know. I was going to drink a little bit. Oh no, I'll just come over there. Okay, well, fine. I don't need a drink. You show up, you have a little flask. You sure you don't want to? Well, I have to drink. We can still do this. Boom, it starts. The forbidden starts. Start going, and then her and I are on the same belief system, and then I start to hint towards the forbidden a little bit. You see? Okay, let me give you an example. Let me give you a concrete example. One of my favorite questions, and it has nothing to do with banging a chick, it has to do with me, my favorite questions when I'm in set with girls, is this. What's one of your darkest secrets? What about the unknown, the forbidden, and the taboo, and then I go into my tattoo, attracts you the most? If there's a side of your personality that was hidden, but it was powerful, if you were like a dark sorceress or something in a movie, what side of you would turn you on? And I say that in many different ways until she understands my question, and then I get her to talk about it. That's the side of her she doesn't share with anybody. But with me, it's safe, because that's who I am. And then I started sharing some of mine. And I explained why taboo came out. And normally they have another question about another tattoo that I have, and all of them have meaning for me, right? So, Here's the answer, okay? And this is something that you could use in your game. This is why, one of the reasons why a man who is married is more attractive to a lot of girls. It's the forbidden. If you watch a interview with Neil Strauss, the guy who did the game, he was on, I think, Jimmy Kimmel or Dave Leno, I don't know, Jay Leno. And Jessica Alba was the guest before him. And he's talking, and then he says to him, he says, so are you gonna, game or Mac on her, whatever she says. He says, oh no, I'm not available anymore, And she right away says something like, and that's the best way to get a girl, because you want what you can't have. That's a taboo. Okay, it's in their code. Don't covet thy neighbor. Okay? You get up to somebody and you keep saying shit like that. If you want to learn language patterns, who was with me? Would you be with me when I walked up to the girl? Her reaction.
Started smiling, getting all excited.
Didn't even know her. We walked outside of the club in Campbell. She said something, her friend said something. I walked right up to her. I knew I had them just because of the way the interaction was. I grabbed her face, I put my face really close to her, and I said, do not fall in love with me right now. Do not fall in love with me right now. Whatever you do, don't fall in love with me right now. Because the mind can't process negative. Don't and do not. If I said to you, don't buy a Mercedes-Benz, no matter what you do, okay? Your next car, don't buy a Mercedes-Benz. What you have to do is create a Mercedes-Benz in your head. And then go scratch it, okay? But don't buy a Hummer. Okay, no matter what, don't buy. You have to create a Hummer. Boom. Do not covet thy neighbor. It means covet thy neighbor. Don't do it. So every time you say it, the command covet thy neighbor is in there, because don't doesn't count in the head. Okay? So anything that's been pushed as don't, can't have it, you shouldn't, don't think about it, goes into the mind subconsciously as a command to do. I can't have that food, I can't have that food, I can't have, that's diets, right? Can't have that food, shouldn't eat, don't think about it, don't think about it. Don't think about it is that. Don't think about a red cat, don't think about a red cat, don't think about a Hummer, don't think about a Mercedes-Benz. Don't think about, I'm telling you, don't think. Why are you thinking it? Because think about it is in there. You get how that works? You gotta go, red cat, no, I shouldn't do that. Don't think about red cat, I can't do a red cat. He just said don't. But the red cat, the image is there. And if you know how the subconscious works, it's working with images. That's how the mind is. So if she has enough images of you and her doing it, that's enough. That's enough. You could have a don't next to all of them. Who cares? Who cares? Okay? But that's much more advanced shit. But it's related to taboo and the forbidden. You as a pickup artist, you as a seduction artist, is more about seduction. This is what I'm saying. You as a seduction artist have to play with the forbidden. You use toys during sex? Oh no! And then there's a guy who has all kinds of sexual toys. What's those handcuffs for? Well, I'm not a cop. I don't know. What the fuck do you think this is? But we want her going there. And she gets fascinated because it's either that or the other guy who's a square just like the other guy who's a square just like the other guy who's a square. She's having the same experience from household to household to household to household. Same fucking conversation, same whatever. And then she goes, she could Bible study with that guy, and he's like, yes, Jesus loves you. Yeah, Jesus loves you back. Yeah, Jesus loves you. Muhammad loves you. Allah loves you. Buddha loves you. Whatever the fuck loves you. Someone fucking loves you. She's like, yeah, Buddha loves you too. And then she goes over there and she's like, Buddha loves you. Would you ever make love to Buddha? What? No, I'm just wondering, like, on a serious note, if Buddha was around, would you let him hit it? That's interesting. It's so tabooed. That's so interesting, though. You know, in Christianity, you could use the image of Christ in his loins cloth and body, and you know, it could be a sexual image, and you say, do you ever think that that's a sexual image? Oh, God, no, I'm not blaspheming. It's like Bible study. It's a question I've always had. I've been really curious. Do you ever see this image as sexual? Now, this is language patterns. I can point to myself. It's anchoring to myself, and I can say, do you ever see this image as a sexual image? Eventually, I can make it at the higher levels, where every time she thinks of Christ, she thinks of Arash, she thinks of Arash, she thinks of Christ. And it's just, her mind just becomes a fucking mush. Okay? Now, as saying this, I know people, you know, at some point, somewhere, will go, wow, that's just so wrong. And look, dude, the point is, I'm a seeker of the truth, the knowledge of this art. And that shit is lethal, what I just said. Okay, do you want another guy to have his eyes on your girl who knows what I just said? Oh, he will fuck you up. You better know what the hell he's doing. You better not let him even speak a goddamn word to her, because she'll be fucking worshiping him. He's my God. Okay? So forbidden and taboo, that goes with the other thing we were talking about. But remember that anything that's forbidden is sexy. You eating somewhere and then suddenly going to the bathroom and a girl opens the bathroom door behind you and walks in and she saw it, she grabs you, you go in the stall and you fuck, that's pretty hot. As dirty as it is. You're not supposed to do that. Okay? That's what's tabooed. It's forbidden. Okay? Alright. How do you do that solid connection with every girl where they feel like an enormous success of my game is that it's genuine. It's hard to catch me. It's very genuine the way I game. Okay, it's my life. That's one of the first things I taught when I got into teaching game. That was like a big thing in the community of pickup artists and the people that were watching. I told them, listen, the way you live and the way you game can be the same. You don't have to change anything. That was what I stopped teaching that a long time ago now, but it was one of the first things I said. But it's in my life. So genuinely, I don't know how or why, feel a genuine personal connection with the person I'm with. That's very particular to me and her. And when I see it and feel it, I acknowledge it, and I make sure that both of us are aware of it. And then I continuously bring it up. Now, these are called conspiracies. This is how you make him stronger. Let's say all of us are here right now, right? And I'm talking. I can continue saying what I'm saying. And as I'm saying it, it would still make sense. It's still sequitur. It goes in line. It's not non sequitur, which is all over the place. It's sequitur, right? And as it's going, one of you in here will know that I'm talking about them. And nobody else will know. I guarantee I can hint to something that's personal between you and I. If other people are around and I'm aware of it, I could hint at it and 3 or 4 of us can know. This actually happened in Thursday's lecture. Tuesday or Thursday. There was people in here who knew. I was giving a fucking lecture. But I was directing it at somebody. Right? And there was people here who knew about it. And the person was there too. As I'm saying this now, I'm doing it right now. So again, it went normal to everybody, but the person's in the room so they knew and the other people knew. You get what's happening, right? So when you have multiple people around, and you have these different girls playing, playing of the game, I could have, let's say, okay, let's see how we could run this. Okay, right? So there's 3 things, okay? That gentleman comes from Texas. This is the truth, I'm telling you. This gentleman's a personal trainer, and that gentleman has a relation with Tony Stark and Iron Man. Got that? Okay, 1, 2, 3. And we're all hanging out. No one knows that one, no one knows that one, no one, this is a personal thing that let's say I know. And now we're all hanging out, okay? And whether you're here right now, from this town, or you came from across the United States, or wherever you fucking came from, Texas even. Okay, any state. The big Longhorn state, whatever. Boom, that was for him. Okay? Whatever your fucking profession is. You could be a investor. There's somebody, no, I knew what I said that too, You could be an investor. Boom, that was for him. You get that? And whether you grew up watching cartoons, movies, or whatever, and you thought you wanted to be some fucking superhero like Superman or Iron Man, or you thought you were Tony Stark, or there was, similarities in your life, whoever, it doesn't matter who you choose, boom, that was for him. Now, as I do it, if I do it correctly, that girl will get a smile on her face, or she'll look down like this, or something will happen. And I'm looking for that hit. Now, when I teach class, I'm talking to almost everyone individually when I teach martial arts. Okay? And definitely, my girls, are getting their personal interaction with me that no one knows. Sometimes a few of them know because they've been around. When I run a staff meeting, I'm nailing people. So these are called conspiracies. What do I know about you that nobody else knows? And you better believe when others are around, I'll point it out. Because at that moment, you and I have something nobody else has. See how that shit works? And this is why when you're in comfort, you have to dig that shit out. I need that information. She says to me, growing up, I was abused. Okay, here we go. You're out with friends, blah, 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 and shit, whatever the fuck comes up. The news is, or someone says, you know what happened today? I saw a car accident, blah, and you just jump right in, and you do the protector of loved ones. And you say, you know, one thing that fucking pisses me off, growing up, and you get into a grounding routine for me, traveling, blah, 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 and I say, and there's one thing I can't stand, it was when people misabuse their power, when grown people who are stronger and bigger abuse other people. That's the shit that fucking, if I saw a person like that hurt my loved one, I would fucking kill him. I would fucking kill him. And I'm telling you right now, if it happened to any of my friends, she's right there, they would need to know this about me. That if I'm ever around them and that person's around, they better keep me away because I will kill that person. Boom. Attraction, feeling, truth. And everybody's going, wow, Arash is like really into this thing, and everyone's attraction goes up, but this one knows, and I protected her identity. I didn't say she, blah, blah, I threw it out, but suddenly I became very passionate at the end. And she felt that her and I had that conversation, and this is where this passion was kicking in. Boom. Now she's gonna feel something tighter towards me. And if I said that, and everybody else was around, I didn't call attention to her, that this is between her and I, she's definitely not getting played. She has a special place in my heart. Now my conversation is sprinkled with this left and right. Not being done for the purpose of creating that effect, but because it's true for me. And that's the part that you're missing. Or I don't know if you're missing or not, but somebody just texted me today. Again, I was like, how are people getting my phone number? And somebody texted me last night really late and was like, hey, thank you for your videos you're putting up. They're incredible. I'm like, what the fuck is this fucking, what is this? Who is this area code? I didn't answer it. I woke up in the morning, it was still in my mind. I was like, I better answer. I was like, thanks, man. Who's this? Oh, so-and-so, I ran into you, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, I didn't even ask how you got my number, it's all good. And he goes, yeah, and he goes, one more thing, and I don't know if you care if I say this or not. He's texting me. He says, you seem so genuine in what you say. Because I am. I am. And that transfers in my game. You have to be genuine. So if I'm doing that and she feels that I'm saying it for her, it will come across differently. If I'm saying that because I genuinely feel it and I know that her and I know this thing about her, it doesn't matter. She just gave me an opportunity to express myself. Okay? Okay, does that kind of help? Yes? So you have your personal connection, and when you're in crowds, you bring it up. That creates that conspiracy. So, the first thing I want to say about openers is, hey man, fucking chill out. You don't know how to fucking open a girl? Really? Okay, let's change the frame a little bit. You're gonna spend your whole fucking goddamn life thinking about how to open a fucking girl? Seriously? Like, you got better shit you gotta do? You open a girl by initiating a conversation, okay? In a way that doesn't make her say, fuck you, don't talk to me. So there's only a few things you have to remember. Your body language has to be such that it's not overbearing in her face, scary. She's being approached by a stranger. Imagine it's me approaching a fucking girl that doesn't know me. And I walk directly up to her. She's gonna go, oh my God, he's gonna eat me, sacrifice me to the devil. So it's very crucial that I have a certain body language. And that body language has to be comfortable for her. Okay? So first thing you gotta check is your body language. Now tomorrow, you'll get a chance to practice this. Everybody will be sitting down. I have a girl here or two, I don't know, depending. And you'll walk by and you'll see, okay, how it works. So you see it. So first is your body language. But let's get into the inner game of it, the seductive instinct of it. Look, you gotta get over opening a girl. You haven't even taken the first step if you haven't been opening the girl. You've been sitting down thinking about the first step for a long time. Like, okay, so do I open it? Whoa, dude. The game doesn't even begin until you get in comfort. You know, if you get a bunch of fucking phone numbers, you still haven't begun playing the game. This is according to mystery. And you'll know why the moment you've been with enough women. Because the moment you get in comfort, that's when the shit blows wide open. And you go, what the fuck do I do now? Okay, so she likes me and we're going on a date. Oh boy. I get questions like, do I open the door? Do I sit first? Do I kiss her cheek when I meet her? Do I shake her hand? Do I hug her? Do I show up on time? Do I show up late? I'm like, whoa, dude, now you're talking about playing the game. Because before then it was just, we were so focused on the tiny, you gotta be focused on the big picture. You guys are sitting here right now, but in my mind, I see the world listening to my lecture. And I saw the world listening to my lecture the first one when I decided to do Seductive Instinct. And we're on the process of getting there. It's too small, no matter how big this is. Until you turn on the goddamn TV and I'm lecturing and the whole world's talking about it. Oh, that's kind of cool. So, break the little mold of how do I open. Simple. Your physical body will not trigger a negative reaction. The ways you do that is you lean away from her, she's over there. So that means you put your weight on the opposite leg. This is all technique. This is technique, and I don't like teaching technique. Why? Because you could just right now go grab a book and study it. And God, are you wasting your money right now on me? Okay, I'm gonna teach you shit you can't learn anywhere else. But anyways, fine. Right leg, turn, look over your shoulder with a smile, pleasantly. Match her energy, a little bit higher maybe, but no lower and not too high. Throw out some kind of comment that is non-threatening. And root the comment, meaning why you're asking, and throw a false time constraint so she doesn't think she has to talk to you forever. If a bum came up to you, you're like, oh fuck, here comes a bum. And the bum did a false time constraint and said, excuse me, I'm gonna be leaving in just 1 second. But before I go, you give him a little bit more respect. Oh, okay. Right? Even a fucking bum, you would still be like, oh, did he just false time constraint? That's kind of cool. Oh, he's just leaving. Honey, he's just leaving. He could approach us, he's just leaving. That's a bum. That's the worst case scenario. How about like a cool looking guy who throws a false time constraint, which is, I gotta get back to my friends. Before I go, we were just talking about this and you guys look like you know what's going on here. Or how about a female perspective? Or what's your opinion about this? Is kissing cheating? Do drunk I love yous count? Gummy bears or gummy words? Do you floss first or do you blush first? Bald or hairy? Whatever the fuck you want to go. You make it up, okay? Painted nails or not, goatee or not, whatever, right? And you throw it out, the smile, and then you don't get needy about it, okay? You don't get needy about it. If the bum was walking up and his vibe was unneedy as he said that, you might get curious, what the fuck does he want? Hey man, I gotta get going. I'm only gonna be 1 second. But I wanted to just ask you real quick. And he's not needy, but if he was like, hey man, like a zombie, you know that zombie walk that bums have? Okay? They're almost zombie level. Too needy. So sometimes guys will open and they're needy. Their energy is needy. They have to have the phone number. They have to succeed in front of their friends. Who knows? Who knows? They need that moment to happen. You don't need shit to happen. There's hella people. There's a lot of people. Okay? There's a lot of people in the club, and if that club sucks, there's down the street another club. If that one sucks, there's another one, and you could get in a fucking car and go down this fucking town another one. There's tons of people everywhere. Your job is not to mix it up with all the idiots. Your job is to find the cool people and hang out with them. That's it, okay? Simple. So that's how you open. And then you find, here's how you get good at it. You go online, or you find a book, or you find a wingman or a coach here, and you say, what are some good openers? And they say this, 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 and that. And then you practice it. You practice saying it so it's comfortable for your communication. I was teaching kids martial arts, because I have a martial arts academy in town. And I was teaching, and I was sitting down, and every single day I would say, okay, gummy bears or gummy worms? Right? And the other coach that was, the other martial arts instructor that was teaching with me, he knew because I taught him game. He would just laugh. And they'd be like, gummy bears, gummy worms. And then I would be like, no, that's a mistake, you see? And then I would go into it. Next day, next class. Okay, gummy bears or gummy worms? Then, another week. Okay, do you floss first or you brush? Who knows? You, what do you say? No. And I just kept throwing it out. Because I had an opportunity, because there was people around. So when I say it, it doesn't come across weird. Because I've heard myself say it so many times. It's like if you hear yourself for first time on video or audio, it's really awkward. after a long time, you're used to hearing that voice from the outside. Okay? So you take the opener that you have and you throw that shit out. Every fucking day, a million fucking times. The waitress comes up, you don't care about her number, you just want to try it. What do you think? It's kissing cheating? Thank you. Go to the next one. I'm walking down the street, fucking getting rung up at the gas station, there's nobody behind you. Hey man, what do you think? Is kissing cheating? Hey, you upset again? Whatever, dude. Is kissing cheating or not? Okay, doesn't even matter. I don't even want to fucking answer. I just want to hear myself say it, so it's comfortable to say it. You gotta get so comfortable saying it so that it just comes out where it's not like this. Is kissing cheating? Hey, hi, quick, is kissing cheating? That's the woo woo. I'm having a really good time, and I'm not. Okay. Just comfortable. You gotta be comfortable. There's something that when you hear girls talk about me, girls that know me, they started saying this, and I had never heard it before. They would say, instant connection. There was instantaneous connection. And I was like, and I've heard Ross Jeffries say about language patterns. I was like, what the fuck? And then I realized I'm comfortable. I am comfortable as a person. And I talk to people using words that are comfortable. Dude, what's up? Hey, what up? What are you doing? Cool, right on. Chill, let's get out of here. Right on, cool. What's up? No, yeah. I don't have this like other side that talks like when I don't know the person. Oh, hey, how are you doing? Good, great, thank you, nice. That's great. Would you like to? It's like this fucking. To your opener, you become comfortable. You're just comfortable. You're just a comfortable guy. You're a social scientist, right? A social master. I know it's not me, but. Okay, do you have any specific questions on openers? Instead of me just going over opener. How boring that is. Your question is not boring, yeah.
When you do the turn and like if they're talking, you just touch out and you're just like.
You can. It's a little bold. I don't need to. I'll touch out with my voice. If I feel like I can get away with a touch, I can. Depends. I have to calibrate that, okay? In the beginning, I wouldn't recommend it unless you're cool with it. If you're cool with it, touching people, it's fine, okay? But otherwise, your voice. It can be loud enough where you get their attention. Simple. But if you're good touching people, then touch people. Okay? Good. What else? About openers. Yeah.
Actually, a lot of people ask about this, and I kind of have my thoughts about it. Like when it's a loud, noisy environment.
Yes.
And it's just hard for you to get your message across.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Change environment.
Yeah.
Or if you have to, you just have to be louder than the environment. Honestly, what else are you gonna do? If you try to be funny, try it out. I haven't tried it.
You won't
walk up to her and be like. She goes like, I can't hear myself think. I'm trying to ask you a question.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll work. Okay, you might get slapped. Because she's like, my brother's a retard, you're making fun of me. Who knows?
You also mentioned like alpha gestures too.
What?
Like doing alpha gestures. But
yeah, you could do
possibly,
that.
But yeah,
You could do that. And look, again, it's not such a deep science in opening. Opening is only so the conversation opens. You get that? There's nothing else to it. If you could say to someone, hey, and they go, hey, you open the conversation. That's all it is. If you say to someone, hey, and they don't say, hey, you didn't open. Okay? So I use, hey, hi, what's up, what up? That's how I open many times. Okay? Now don't recommend it again unless you have everything else going. Calibration, room warmed up to you and all that shit depends. Okay? But I've used openers and I do use openers if I need to. It's just the game is different now, you know what I mean? But just, this is all you need to know. This was like a big realization when Mystery taught this. Was an opener, you only open to DHV next. That's the only reason why you open. So the conversation opens, so you demonstrate your value. You don't keep opening and figure out what opener is. She looked, she said, huh? She said, what? Boom, you're opened. The conversation's opened. She went from not knowing anything, I think of it as a communication line, like actual line, and he says something back on the line, it's open. Until then, I'm knocking on the door. She doesn't answer. Hello, hi, boom. Conversation's opened. You got a text message. Okay, what else?
Okay, so in the loud environment, you try to use the opener, she doesn't hear, but she says, what? I can hear you. So there's a channel open. So can you just go on with something else?
Sure. What else are you gonna say? You're gonna say, Hi, I said. What do you mean? Or you want to use your opener again. You say, is kissing cheating? She goes, I can't hear you. Oh, then do you go into write the next thing?
Yeah.
Good question. It depends, okay? She looks at you and she goes, I can't hear you. And you see that she's open. It's good, you can move. Then I'm gonna maybe go right into it, right? Or she goes, and it's negative, you get a, I can't hear you like that. I still gotta use my opener. Why? Because those openers, those canned openers, are tested, proven. You get the difference? So in that case, I don't feel like I got it. I'm gonna throw it out again. It's like martial arts. I went here and she slipped. I'm not gonna now, oh, I got her. I gotta do it where she doesn't slip, then I'm gonna hit her with this one. Okay? Okay, good. What else? Eugene like that? Good one, Arash. That's why I'm here.
What if she has a,
Yeah.
What if she has a really strong bitch shield? It's like very.
Like what?
Like you use a funny opener on her and she's just like, fuck off. If she's a really strong shield, is there any?
She says fuck off?
No, the classic
Ignore
one.
you.
We're only here for a girls' night out.
Okay? I would come in with a shitload of value or I would drop it. So, we're here for a girls' night. I know. I'm here with the director. Have you heard of the reality show Stars of Sunset? I just made that shit up, okay, but have something ready. Okay? Have you heard the reality show Stars of San Jose or Celebs of San Jose? Have you heard that show? Okay, good. I don't have time. I gotta get back, okay? But you guys have a certain look. Have any of you been on TV before? Too much value. I can't. If they go again, I said, okay, bitch, fine. Obviously you're not the one to talk to. I just shot value in your face and you killed it, okay? Excuse me, blah, blah, fuck you. Look at, ma'am, I'm not hitting on you, okay? I'm here with the director right now. You had a certain look, all right? I'm just here to ask you a question and I'm leaving. Have you ever been on TV or would you have any interest on being on MTV? Whoa. Watch her fucking flip. Or again, say, I said fuck you. That's done. What are you gonna do next? Take out your dick and whack her in the face. Okay? What else are you gonna do? There's nothing else. But if you have an enormous value in your pocket that you're saving, and it could be fake. Could be fake. Have you ever been on MTV before? Are you okay to be on MTV? She goes, you're not from MTV. Boom, take out your fake fucking MTV card you made. You can't do that? I mean, how difficult is that? Make a fucking MTV card, VH1 card, whatever. She goes, you're not from MTV, you go, boom. And then take out your fucking wallet and show your ID. Okay, put it away. Now, I got to get going. I'm gonna ask you my question again. Have you ever been on TV or would you have any interest in me on MTV? Oh, where? Okay. See that? What you just did is you just took out your tits and shoved it in her face. Okay? That's all. So that's the value we have, right? She's out there wanting to get fucking discovered probably or something if she's pretty or thought about it or some shit. Right? The only thing you have to not even watch, the only thing you have to know is she's gonna shit test you possibly. Or if not, say, oh, whatever. Then it's easy. And if you don't go through the trouble of making an MTV card or whatever, because I don't know why, then you don't deserve that. Because that's what it takes. It's an art form. It's acting. It's like the actor, the guy who played Joker on Batman Dark Knight, Heath Ledger. No, guys, I'm doing this role without the makeup. What do you mean? Yeah, I just, I don't want to go through all that. I can just deliver the lines. Why so serious? No, dude, you gotta have the fucking eyes and the shit going. You gotta have the scraggly hair. So as an artist, you have to go, okay, you got your shit. You got your MTV fucking card. You got your VH1 card. You got your after party pass or whatever the fuck you got going. Whatever the fuck you want. You got your new magazine that's coming out. You got your website. And you're in set and you just throw this shit out. She's just like, oh my God. And then you leave and you got all these numbers calling you. Now you gotta create a life to match it. Look. Okay? I wasn't this before game. That's exactly how it happened. I just told you how it happened for me. That's what I did. I knew the kind of girl I wanted. I knew the kind of life I wanted. I started going out and creating it. I'd come back home and go, whoa, okay. So where's the photo shoot? Because there isn't one. Where's the party? I don't have one. Shit. Now you're about to step into it. Okay, so step into the reality I created. But when you understand anything about reality, you know that's how it's created. Just put it out. You put it out and you keep going for it. You put it out and you keep going for it, okay? So that's what you have to decide. You know, you have to, that was one of the things I want you guys to do. Okay. The word finite means definite, finish. A finite state. Something at rest. Okay? When you get into the molecule level, nothing physical is at rest. It's constant vibrations. The whole universe is a universe of vibration. Okay? If you don't know, do your research. It's true. This is vibrating. My body's vibrating. My words are vibrating when they leave. Everything is vibration, different levels of vibration. Okay? Emotions are vibrations. Anger is a vibration. Cheerfulness is a vibration. Boredom is a vibration. Vibrations have wavelengths, energy. Is a wavelength. Is a wavelength. Music, hard rock, okay, jazz. It's a universe of vibration. The mind interprets those vibrations. A bat will see the world differently. My dog sees the world differently. Same vibrations, different senses, or different ways of interpreting through the senses, right? Okay. I was talking to my friend last night, it's a female, and I said to her, listen, here's the problem. In this universe, there is no finite state. There's nothing at rest at all. It's constantly jittering and moving. It's constantly in a state of flux, constantly moving. The moment you think your relationship with somebody, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, no, your girlfriend, your wife, whatever, the moment you rest on it and you think you have it because that's the state, you're now left behind because the world is moving. It's vibrating. Now, what else is true is these vibrations, you and I decide to condense them. This is quantum physics that I'm talking about. It's a universe of particles and waves. They call them wavicles because it depends. If you look at it as a particle, it becomes a particle. In quantum physics, this is what science is seeing now. But if you go way back in ancient texts, ancient texts, you'll see that they were talking about this. Ancient people. They just had a different terminology for it and different symbols they would use. Now science is seeing it. Somehow they were seeing it, we don't know how. But we also know they built the goddamn pyramids and shit. What the fuck is that all about? Okay? Anyways. It's constantly moving and the way we see it freezes it. And then when we don't look, it goes away. When we look for it, it's there. That's why if you look for your mistakes, you'll find them. That's why if you look for your insecurities, they're there. You just gotta look for them. Why am I always so fucked up? Well, here you go. The universe, you're gonna find them all. They're all right, because now you're looking for the particle and everywhere you, boom, that's why I'm so fucked up and that's why I'm so fucked up and this is why I'm so fucked up and this is why I'm shy and here's another one. Why am I so powerful? How am I just overcoming everything in my fucking life? How is it everything seems to just happen at the right time, at the right pace? Why is it I'm always okay? I've been through some shit in my life. You don't get war tattooed on your face or any of these other fucking symbols unless you've been through some shit or you're a fucking nut, and I'm not a nut. So, how the fuck am I still okay? And better and better and better. Guess what? I'm gonna find some fucking answers for that one, for sure. Okay? Nothing is in a constant state. It's constantly fluctuating. It's up to me and you to put it there. How we want it to be, over and over and over. The first tattoo I ever got was due to my original teacher, Manu, who passed away 9 years ago. And it's a tattoo here. And at the top of the tattoo is an infinite sign that says create. That's the first thing that a human being taught me in this life at the age of 18 that impacted me, where it blew my mind. Okay? And he taught me the idea of creation, to cause to exist. He was an acting coach. By profession, he was an acting coach. To cause to exist, from nothing to exist, to nothing to exist, to create. And it's your job to constantly create who you are when you walk up tonight.